Hi, Sheila Gallant-Halloran with Vision Travel Lush Life. I'm here at ILTM, which is the International Luxury Travel Mart, and I'm meeting Matthew Semark of Petit St. Vincent, a private island in the Grenadines. I'm just going to turn it around and talk to Matthew. There we go.
Hi, good afternoon.
I was really excited to meet you this morning and learn a bit about your private island and your resort. Can you share a little bit of details with us?
Certainly, it's a pleasure to meet you. So basically, the island is a 115-acre private island situated in the Grenadines of St. Vincent. It's very unique within the region because the whole island is the resort. It's very boutique in nature. We only have 22 guest cottages on the island, but there's no real estate on the island, there's no villages, so when guests are staying with us, the entire island is the resort and playground for them.
That's fantastic. So you fly into Barbados, that's the easiest way?
That's the easiest. Majority of our guests fly via Barbados. There are connections from St. Lucia and Grenada, but generally we find most of the guests will come through to Barbados. We have our own dedicated flight service with a company called Mystic Airways. So the planes are waiting in Barbados for our guests, and they're literally a private scheduled charter for our guests only. So it's a direct flight. And
so for Canadians, they would fly either via Montreal or Toronto to Barbados.
That's correct.
In Barbados, you guys would meet them and then have a small flight that would take them from Barbados to
Union Island.
Union Island.
That's correct. So I have a team that meets the guests in the airport. It's a VIP service, and then the flight down is just 45 minutes to Union Island, which is our neighbouring island. And then one of my boats will meet the guests in Union. It's just a swift 15-minute boat cruise across to the island. So generally most guests are on island with me by about 5:30 in the afternoon.
Okay. And it's like anything, it's the journey is part of it, right?
Makes it more of an experience.
Is worth the trip.
Exactly.
Okay, so would you be so kind to share a couple of pictures with us?
Certainly.
A little bit about. I'll just turn my chair here.
So before we go through, you'll notice we're part of the small luxury hotels of the world. And more recently, National Geographic launched their new unique lodges of the world, which are exceptional properties located around the world, which really specialise in preserving the environment with eco-sustainable projects and also protecting the culture of that region as well. So we were very fortunate to be invited in with a 25th lodge to join their portfolio.
And I love the National Geographic Unique Lodges. I'm from Newfoundland originally, so Fogo Island Inn is one of the unique lodges. Also some Three Camel Lodge in Mongolia is one. So really special properties that are in the National Geographic Unique Lodges.
And one other thing which is quite unique to us as well, which is a recent start, is Jean-Michel Cousteau, who's the son of the explorer Jacques Cousteau, opened a scuba diving centre with us 2 years ago. And he runs and operates the dive centre for us and has a team of dedicated specialist instructors on island all year and dive masters, and they look after all the scuba diving activities. And Jean-Michel only has 2 dive centres on the planet, one in Fiji, that is actually the Cousteau Resort, and the other one is with us, so it's quite a unique aspect to the experience we offer.
Very neat. And kids as young as 8, I think you said?
As young as 8 can start. We have actually miniature scuba bottles. So wow. It's quite fun, and they get to play around in very, very shallow water. And then we offer courses for the complete beginner, and obviously lots of options for the divers that are already qualified as well.
So you don't need to be PADI certified when you come?
You can be never tried before, and we can get you into the water. And usually just within an hour, we can have you on a reef enjoying yourself with one of our instructors.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So this is the island. So as you can see here, it's 115 acres. It has 2 miles of beaches, and the whole island is the resort. So you'll see actually we are protected by this barrier reef that wraps around the Atlantic side of the island. So that helps keep the waters around the island very, very calm. So ideal for people that aren't so strong in the water. There's lots of marine life, lots of sea turtles. And on the leeward side especially, it's like a swimming pool with sea turtles, fantastic for young children, wonderful snorkeling. So
Look at that beach, just incredible.
So 7 different beaches around the island.
Stand up, see if it gets rid of the reflection I'm getting. Oh, that's better. Okay.
is actually the leeward beach here. And I have a young 4-year-old that is perfect conditions for young toddlers.
Zero entry at it.
So guests arrive on one of our vessels. You'll see a few later on. But they're all dry boats, very comfortable. So even with guests with young infants, no problem at all, or even slightly older guests with maybe less mobility, the boats are all very, very comfortable and dry. So the cottages themselves are scattered around the island. So one of our top USPs is privacy. As you'll see here, it's 2 different cottages. They have their own lounge areas, dining areas, indoor and outdoor dining areas, spacious bedrooms and bathrooms. Incredible views. Some of the cottages you see here are elevated up on the bluffs, and other cottages are actually beachfront properties.
So you can actually be up on the hill and have the view, or be down on the beach.
Exactly.
Okay.
They all have incredible balconies and views. So this is a typical setup for one of our 1-bedroom cottages. So this particular cottage is actually elevated on the bluff. It's a little bit deceiving. There are actually glass doors that close, but they've just been opened up for the photo. But all the cottages have air conditioning options, as well as fans, and this more beautiful option, I think, where you can open up all the doors and have the nice breeze coming into the cottage.
So for those interested in sustainability, we can open the doors and get the natural air conditioning, but if you're really attached to your electronics, that's the one thing you'll allow. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, we have a little bit of technology. We are generally unplugged in ethos. There's no Wi-Fi in the cottages, so this is not for everybody. And there's no TVs either. So what we're trying to encourage is our guests to reconnect with each other, spend quality time with each other, interact, look into each other's eyes when we're having a conversation, and just get away from all those distractions of technology. So in the cottages, the only technology that's there is a Bose iPod dock for music, just so you can put some nice soft music on in the background, and an espresso coffee machine, which is also very, very important.
Wow.
And a fridge for the cold beer.
Yeah, gotta have that. There's a famous travel writer, perhaps you know Pico Iyer. He has a book called The Art of Stillness, and he became a monk at one point too, and he's one of the things I've heard him speak in Virtuoso Week in Vegas. He talks about weapons of mass distraction, and we all have to, and part of the luxury of traveling is being removed or separated from your habits.
Exactly.
So that gives you the greatest rejuvenation and chance to enjoy nature. So that's why I got so excited when you were telling no TVs, no phones. And you're going to share a little bit more, right?
I mean, it's quite interesting. We do have quite regularly a couple to arrive at the resort, and one of the couple is fully aware that it's very limited access to Wi-Fi. We do have it in the main lobby area. And the other partner would be quite shocked on arrival.
Oh, really?
Being told. And they start to panic, they get the jitters. But it's wonderful to see that the following day, once they've settled in and realised they can actually survive without the internet, you can see the shoulders relax, and it's amazing. And the comments I get back from the guests, when they realise that they can actually enjoy the day without being tapped in constantly, and actually spend time with their partners and loved ones.
So if you do have a junkie who's going to suffer withdrawal, they can go to the lobby if they absolutely have to. Yeah. But you don't get them to surrender their phones when they come in?
If we see them working, we may switch it off.
Oh, okay, there you go.
If they're downloading a book, novel, that's no problem at all.
Okay.
So that's just some more views from the cottages. Now each of the cottages has really spacious lounges. This shows about 2/3 of the lounge. There are actually 2 very large sofas in each of the lounges, which are just around the size of a standard single bed, slightly wider. And we actually make these up into extra beds for young children quite regularly. Alternatively, if there's families with slightly older children, then the 2-bedroom cottages are more ideal. Each of these has 2 bedrooms. Both bedrooms are en suites, they have their own bathrooms, and then there's a central lounge area for the dining and just relaxing during the afternoon. They're all beachfront. So this is the master bedroom with the king bed. As you can see here, there's AC, the doors are open up, so you have the choices in all the cottages. The second bedroom actually has 2 queen beds.
So you can have a family of 4.
Very comfortably. We've actually had family of 7 in these comfortably. We've pulled out this table and put in an extra bed. I had 5 children in this second bedroom. They have their own bathroom, so the parents have their own privacy as well.
Oh, wow.
And then the central lounge area for relaxing and dining together. So there's a lot of space, and we have 6 of these cottages on the island. Now, with our sort of unplugged ethos, we have a fun and quirky communication system on the island.
This is what I love.
When guests are relaxing within the cottage, they raise up the red flag, and that signals to my team, do not disturb. So nobody comes to the cottage.
Red, leave us alone.
And if they need anything else, breakfast, lunch, dinner, some more rosé wine for the afternoon, they can raise up the yellow flag, and this will signal to my butlers to pop by and look after the guest requests.
How cool is that?
So all butler service is complimentary, there's no tipping, there's no tray charges, it's just part of the PSV experience. We have some guests that come year after year, and I see them on arrival, I see them on departure, and I don't see them for the entire stay, and they have all their meals and drinks delivered to the cottage. Completely isolated and relaxed. So each cottage has both indoor and outdoor dining areas. And then on top of that we have 2 restaurants and 2 bars. The beach bar we find is more popular during the afternoons for lunch. It's open all day, it's quite an extensive menu. Lots of lounge areas as well down there.
Just beautiful.
Right on the front. And the dining here is very spread out, it's quite a large area. There's an outdoor grill, so all the protein is cooked a la carte from the menu, all cooked to order. There's a lobster pool just next to the grill, so guests can actually pick their own lobster and have it grilled to order. And again, there's no surcharge for lobster, so during lobster season, guests can have lobster every single meal of the day, and there's no surcharge. And that's a typical size.
So it's an all-inclusive full board, isn't it?
Full board, so all meals inclusive, and all non-alcoholic drinks.
Okay, so if you want to order a beer or a glass of wine, you pay for that, but everything else is included.
That's correct. And this is the main pavilion restaurant, so this is a little bit more sort of gourmet in style, whereas the beach restaurant is much more relaxed in style. But the menus here change every single evening, so the chef is very creative. We have a lot of guests that stay for 2 to 3 weeks, so we have to make sure there's plenty of choice during the stay. So every single evening is a completely new menu with a choice of appetizers, mains and desserts. There's indoor and outdoor dining areas here as well. There's a lovely balcony here, veranda under the stars in evenings. But more importantly, to complement the chef's food, is our wine cellar. We have 4,500 bottles.
4,500. I guess we could go through that in a little while.
Maybe a few more weeks.
Enough to keep us satiated with the wine.
What we try and do is pick what each country and region does best and just sort of specialise within each different region. We also have an incredible selection of barrel-aged sipping rums on the main bar as well, which are incredibly smooth, like a decent cognac or scotch. Obviously private dining options are available, and again, if guests are coming down to stay with us and celebrating an anniversary, we can set up a private dinner anywhere on the island. Very romantic. They have their own chef, their own waiter, their own private barbecue, or plated gourmet food from the restaurant, and we won't charge for this. This is all part of the experience. So lots of options around the island. Activity-wise, we have a wonderful treetop spa, which is managed by a team of Balinese therapists. They're incredibly professional. There's an outdoor calisthenic fitness trail. So there's multiple stations that run through the jungle and forest, so guests can get to enjoy the island as well as doing a workout. It's nice and shaded by the trees. And tennis.
So you can be as active or not, as you please.
There's plenty of hammocks hidden amongst the trees.
Plenty of hammocks, yeah, that would be my style.
And this is our new Jean-Michel Cousteau scuba diving centre, as we mentioned earlier. So we have courses for the complete beginner. Within an hour they can be diving on a reef with one of our instructors. And then we have more advanced diving for more experienced divers. And nitrox is available, and we do nitrox courses as well. But even children as young as 8 can experience scuba.
And if you don't dive, you can snorkel as well, right? The reef, look at that.
The reefs are fantastic. So if you zoom in a little bit here, you'll see this particular photo. The reefs are very shallow in certain areas. So even for snorkeling, you're still going to enjoy the quality of the corals in our area.
That's awesome. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you giving up some of your lunch hour to share with us. You had mentioned to me you even have some availability for festive. Very slight.
A couple of cottages left for Christmas and New Year.
So people can contact me if you're interested. It's a small luxury hotel of the world. It's a National Geographic unique lodge. You're also virtuoso?
Not yet.
We're working on that. That's right. Pardon me. But we can still
Watch this
VIP
page.
you and make sure that you have a fantastic vacation.
We still offer the same benefits.
Yeah.
No choice.
Oh, terrific. And we can make sure that, I'm sure that I can work with you to VIP my clients and make sure they have a fantastic vacation.
I'll be on the island to welcome them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.